Hey guys, in this reading we're going to be asking, do they miss you? And also, what's their favorite memory of the two of you? So, I'm going to, if you'd like, you can actually watch me shuffle and create my stacks. I'm going to do 6 stacks. And if you don't want to watch that, of course, you can skip ahead to the timestamp that will take you to where you can choose your reading. Some people, I think, find it relaxing or enjoyable to watch the stacks being made. I don't usually record this, but I'm going to do it today. So I might be just babbling a little bit while I create the stacks. And of course you're hearing my cat meowing in the background, so she's going to be talking too. Maybe we'll talk to each other. She's already upset. She is all up in her feels about the fact that I'm making a video. So if you want to know what decks I'm using, this is, I can't remember the exact name of it, but this is a Doreen Virtue tarot deck. I think she has a couple of them, and I don't know the specific name of this one, so sorry about that. But so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. A lot of times you'll just hear people call it the Rider-Waite deck. I like to say Rider-Waite-Smith because Pamela Coleman Smith was the illustrator of this deck, and of course it's her images that we really connect to the most. I mean, I'm assuming that her images were guided by the other creators' input. However, you know, it's her artwork that we really utilize the most in terms of when we, you know, channel and interpret the message. So I do feel like a lot of times with oracle decks and tarot decks, the illustrators do, especially with oracle decks, because a lot of time with tarot, it's just made by a visual artist. But with oracle decks, there's the illustrator and then there's the person who writes the guidebook usually. And I feel like in those, a lot of times the visual artist gets a bit left out as well. So I don't know what that's all about, but this is the Cosmic Tarot deck right here. I really like the artwork in this deck as well. Yeah. You could jump up here. What you doing? Oh, and this is the Everyday Witch Tarot. This is what these images look like. Also a very cool deck. Lots of women represented in this deck. Appropriate because witches are mostly female, I feel like. And also lots of cats. I feel like I'm pretty sure on every single card there is at least one cat. Right? Because witches love cats. I don't know if I'm a witch or not. I feel like I've thought about like pursuing that path, but like I just think I'm a spiritual person. I connect to like an earthy spirituality, which I think is witchy, you know, but I don't know that I would necessarily think of myself as a witch. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I have considered it at multiple times. I used to think years ago that I might like to pursue it like as a member of a coven, like to find my spiritual tribe or whatever, but I don't know. I don't think I would do well in a coven because I don't like rules in general. Being a Sagittarius with Aquarius rising, I do not like rules. Don't like them at all. And this is a new deck I've gotten, which I love. Oh my God. And talking about people who write the guidebooks, this is the Animal Totem Tarot. The book is written by Lisa Robertson, illustrations by Eugene Smith. The guidebook is so amazing it's a normal 78 card tarot deck, but each card is associated with an animal. And so she has like an introductory message from that spirit animal. And then she kind of explains the animal and its kind of general like meanings. And then she gives an oracle message for 3 different areas of life. There's one for business and career, one for family and relationships, one for health and well-being. And then she has 3 card of the day journal prompts as well. And a notes section, of course. If you actually use that, I feel like it would fill up pretty quickly. But I guess if you just wanted to make notes on each card, I don't know. I would probably not do that. I would probably just use a separate journal, but I highly recommend this book, especially if you love working with spirit animals, which I do. I think a lot of my viewers do. I think a lot of people in general who are attracted to this, whatever you would call it, this general kind of psychic, intuitive, spiritual approach to spirituality. I think a lot of people like that are attracted to working with spirit animals. Let me see, I'm going to use this. This is the Twin Flame Message deck. This was created by Mystic Moon. She has a very popular channel on YouTube. I really feel like this deck is kind of leans toward people who are in separation anyway. So for this question of do they miss you, I feel like this will be a good deck to use. Okay. So this, all what I've done so far, that's going to be to answer the question of do they miss you, and I'm going to do another whole series. I don't really need to reshuffle because they're already shuffled. And this is just going to be like what's their best memory of you. Or a prominent memory. I'm sure they have lots of lovely memories of you. Well, this is going faster because we've already shuffled so much faster. See, we're at 9 minutes. You see how much effort it takes to make these videos? So much effort. It's so hard. I do feel grateful, though, because as of the month of May, I'm now able to support myself through this. Not just the videos. I mean, the videos alone would not support me, but with the readings and then the extended readings that I do, that you can purchase for your monthly zodiac reading, combined with my paid personal readings, with all of that together, I am making a living right now as of last month. So It's pretty exciting. It came at the right time because I just graduated and I'm looking for a job as a therapist. So I've graduated with my graduate degree in social work. Years and years ago, I started my tarot business in 2009. And I never, at that time, was ever able to get it to the point of something that I could live off of. Although that's what I wanted back then. And I also did a lot more in-person readings. I mean, now because I have this YouTube channel, my clients are people who, you know, come to me through YouTube. So that's mostly through email that I do those. Or pretty much all through email. You know. But back when I was doing the in-person readings, I had for, I think it was 3 years in a row, I had a group of social work grad students. This was before I ever knew that that would be a path I would walk down on, that I would walk down. These group of women, I think there were about 4 of them, they would come together to get readings. So I'd give each of them an individual reading, but they would hear each other's readings, which was interesting. So I guess they had a really good open friendship with each other, where they felt comfortable with that. And then at the end, I would always do, like I would pull an oracle card from this Osho Zen tarot deck, which I don't know what happened to this deck, but I used to have an Osho Zen tarot deck. Anyway. And I would tell them, I would say my intention for this is for it to apply to each of you in your own way. So for this to have some meaning and significance to each of you. That was the intention I put into it. And so I feel like that carries on now in these pick a card readings, you know, like, because you can have thousands of people watching the same video and still get something unique and individualized out of it. Because, and I feel, you know, people who are skeptical are probably like, well, how does that even work? You know, like, I don't know. I feel that spirit, for one thing, you know, like wants to be connected with us. You know, like to be helping and guiding and assisting as we need it. You know, sometimes we can reach out a little bit too much for guidance. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Spirit wants to be there for us, and I think we'll find ways of bringing the message through. And, you know, the universe is very magical. So yeah, 2 different people can read, or like 1,000 or thousands of people can watch the same reading and just get a highly personal message out of it. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of magical. I like it. I like that that works. And I think, you know, if you're in touch with your intuition, you're going to allow yourself to be pulled toward the correct reading. So anyway. All right, so I've got my stacks done, so we are going to go ahead and get into it. For people who skipped the intro where I was putting the stacks together, this is your moment. Thank you for following the timestamp to this portion of the reading. So we've got 6 reading options for you, and the numbers are here on the tops of the stacks. I had a commenter once post, you didn't point out which stacks were which, and the numbers were clearly on top, and I was so confused. I'm like, I don't know, I hate my fat arms, you know, so I'm like, I hate reaching into the frame. Obviously I can't make this video without doing that, but I mean, that's part of why I just put the numbers on top. And then also because I just feel like it's so much easier. I like it when I go to a reading and the numbers are on top, because then I don't have to wait for like, when is the moment when this person is going to say, you know, which stack is which. I don't know. I'm just anal like that. I like the numbers being on top. But anyway, so there you are. The timestamps are going to be in the description box, and then of course at the top of the comments as well. So take a moment, tune in to which message do you feel is meant for you, and I will see you at your reading. Alright guys, this is the reading for people who chose reading number 1. I'm going to just spritz some clary sage spray there. It's okay. So first we are asking, does this person who you're thinking about, do they miss you? Oh my. Well, we have the star, so I feel like you are definitely very prominent in their mind. They have extremely positive thoughts about you. They think about happy, positive times that you had together. Let's see what else we get. We get the 5 of Swords, Justice, Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and being apart has been life-changing for me. Well, sure. They definitely miss you and they think about you a lot. I do feel like, you know, being apart from them with the Hanged Man here has really changed their entire perspective on life. I also feel like with Justice, there's been a lot of karma between the two of you, which has probably shaped both of your lives. You know, this coming up after the 5 of Swords to me indicates there may have been like some competitiveness or one-upmanship between the two of you, like maybe you both kind of wanted to put the other person in their place, or, you know, sometimes, you know, when it doesn't work out with two people, sometimes you both want to kind of like, you know, move on and be the one who moves on most successfully. Like, well, I'm the one that got into a relationship first after our breakup, and like, you know, you want to plaster it on social media so they know how great your life is and that kind of thing, but whatever it is. I mean, in general, just the 5 of Swords indicates like there were some ego issues here between the two of you, and I feel like through the years, I think this person has learned a lot of lessons. You know, they've definitely been gone out and explored life, explored different avenues of life. I think even as they were like pursuing, you know, different goals of theirs, they were thinking about you, and it might have been in the beginning that they were pursuing those goals with the intention of like, well, look at me being successful in such and such area of my life. You know, they're probably, you know, this is going to, you know, make them jealous that they aren't as successful as me or something like that. But I think that they have also kind of learned their lesson. You know, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about seeing things from a better perspective, from a different perspective, you know, and also like gaining clarity through that. And I actually want to read from the book from this for the family and relationships portion, because we're talking about relationships. And if you didn't watch this in the intro, in this guidebook for the animal spirit totem deck, oh my god, animal totem tarot. Whew, this is the honeypot ant. She has, it's lovely the way she does this. She has a section for 3 different areas of life: business and career, family and relationships, and health and well-being. In addition to some intro stuff where she explains more about each animal and all of that. I'm just going to read this portion here. It says, the Hanged Man teaches you more about your heart than your head. Your head may very well be your worst enemy right now, thinking and daydreaming about things that are not in alignment with the direction you truly want to take your relationship. Oh, Coco. Go back to the place of love, to the point of surrender, and open up your heart chakra. Allow yourself to feel. Feel all of it, even the parts that hurt, and love unconditionally anyway. So I feel like this person tried to get away from that feeling of hurt by pursuing things in like a mental way. And when they were trying to, figure out which directions they wanted to take in life, sometimes they were definitely thinking about you in that, but they were thinking about it not from a place of love. They were thinking about it in terms of like, I want to like get one up on this person because they've hurt me, and whether they would consciously allow themselves to recognize that or not, that you had hurt them, that's what it was. It was like a tit for tat game. Like they wanted to balance the scales, but they weren't really balancing the scales. They were creating more karma, like the more kind of negative energy we put into a situation, like the stickier and stickier the karma gets. If you think of karma as being like a ball of yarn that's all tangled up, like putting that kind of energy into it just makes it more and more and more tangled. But I do feel like along the way, they have also, come to this point of recognition that was not the best way to approach this. And I do feel like they have, definitely they've been thinking about you. And like with the star card here as the primary card, like, you bring them, you are sort of like an inspiration to them, They, even when they wanted to like outdo you or whatever, it was because they saw you as someone who shines so brightly. And I think they wanted to think that they could shine as brightly as you do. But, okay, so what's their favorite memory of you? We have Knight of Air, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Two of Wands, the Tower. Oh my. And this says, I felt like you abandoned me, and it made me realize that I hadn't really been there for you. I get it now. I'm sorry. Wow. I mean, that kind of confirms what I was already getting. Like, they felt abandoned by you, and so I feel like they were always trying to, like, get one up on you. But now they're... Yeah, this is probably a better position. But now they're seeing so much more clearly now, and now they feel sorry, and they realize that they weren't there for you the way that you needed. So their favorite memory, I feel like, is even like... Their favorite memory is that point of recognition. So it wasn't even a time that the two of you shared. It was like this tower moment they had. It's like the lightning bolt hit them, and they were like, oh my God, this person, I love them. I've always loved them, and I wasn't there for them. Yeah, I feel like they are just... And whatever this is, this thought, there's a spider coming down, a tiny spider. You probably can't see it, but it's entering the scene. I have lots of spiders lately in my house. So anyway, the meaning of spider spirit animal is that we are the creators of our own destiny. So just laying that out there for you. But, they may have hurt you at times with their words and with the Knight of Air. And I feel like they, it's been a long time maybe since they said things to you that they wish they hadn't said. You see this tiny little spider here? I don't know. The spider is distracting me. Now it's climbing up the elephant. There's a lot of spirit animal stuff going on here. Spiders, elephants, oh my. I don't know. Their favorite memory is just this memory of recognizing your pain, and that the fact that they aren't the only ones who were hurt by this. Like they never knew. I feel like they've always kind of been waiting for something to happen again between the two of you as well. And, just waiting and waiting for something to happen. Almost expecting it. They've almost expected something to happen. Even they expected something dramatic to happen. Let's see what your blessing card is. A blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. I feel like they are in this expectation that the two of you will be reunited, but there's still kind of like a heavy energy here. It's like an energy of sorrow about the pain that you both experienced. You know, like they like the fact that whatever this separation is, it really brought them to this enlightenment that they needed. Maybe they feel that you've also been enlightened in this process and that you both really needed it. Yeah, so that's their favorite moment. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything else this viewer needs to know here. This person's memories of you. Yeah, I mean, I just really feel like they're realizing that when they thought they were exacting justice, we had the justice card before, when they thought they were exacting justice, I feel like they are recognizing, they're very conscious now of how their ego was really playing into that behavior and how their ego was playing into the choices that they were making. And also like the energy that they were putting towards you when they made those choices. They know that it was wrong, and it wasn't because they didn't like you. It's because with the devil, they were very attracted to you and they did want to be with you, but they were very hurt. So, you know, they tried to do things purposefully to hurt your feelings, to get back at you. And I don't know, that's just the biggest message here coming from this person right now. Also the Lover's card, like the Lover's card is the higher vibration of the Devil card. It's, you know, when you can get more into that place of loving the person without having all of the ego gunk, you know, like messing it up and making you act, you know, hatefully towards the person who you love. You know, why do we... It's the ones we love that we hurt the most, right? Yeah. And they're just saying, like, I just feel like they are, when they think about you, they just think about how much they love you. And how loving you are. And they do feel, if you're sending love their way, they also really feel that. They can tell that you're very aware of them, like you're very aware of their emotions. And that you care about their emotions. And I'm not trying to say that you didn't do anything wrong here either. You know, with the Justice card, I feel like it probably definitely went both ways, you know, because it does balance out. So I feel like you both made mistakes here, but they are also feeling from your end that you are also like in this place now more of the Lover's energy, of this, you know, place of more like of unconditional love. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed that message. I'm sorry I got distracted with the spider. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you around. Bye, guys. All right, this is the reading for people who chose number 2. So first we're going to ask, does this person miss you? Well, we have the 6 of Cups, and this is about memories of someone. So this person, yes, they miss you. They definitely have very fond memories as well, because that's the second question we are going to ask is, what's their best memory? Yeah, they miss you. They have very sweet, happy memories, and whatever the memories are of you, it causes them to do a lot of inner seeking. Yeah, they're remembering you a lot, and I feel like you really were a bright spot in this person's life. you definitely shared a lot of happy moments, a lot of happy events together with the Sun card and the Four of Wands. There were celebrations. Maybe you went to parties together. You know, if you were in school, maybe you graduated together, or, you know, birthdays, weddings, or whatever. Like you all were around, or just social events, like social gatherings as well. Like you all were at a lot of happy events together, and they have lots of beautiful memories. We have the Sun card. They do definitely miss you because we have the Hermit. I feel like when they think about you, it does make them feel kind of lonely. So do they miss you? Yes. I feel like they do miss you. We also have the Knight of Swords, and then your words linger in my mind. Like the Knight of Swords is definitely an energy of someone who has some stuff to say. They've got some words. They've got things to say. And I'm going to read out of the guidebook for the animal spirit cards, because I really like this guidebook. If I can find where the swords cards are. Just to kind of get a better feeling of what's going on with them towards you. Well, okay, I think I found it. Okay, the Knight of Swords is a rook. All right. It says, there is something to be said about the thrill of the chase, the excitement of something new and slightly dangerous. But what happens when you finally make the catch? This is one of the problems this knight faces, for he tends to be more of a catch and release kind of guy. If you are just in it for the thrill of the ride, perhaps you should share that with the person you are chasing. So this is someone who, in romance, they really like to chase someone, but when they feel like they've finally gotten them, you know, like they lose the thrill of it. So that's interesting that that's coming up. But your words to them really linger in their mind, and I feel like they kind of want to chase after you and respond to something that you've said to them, or like sometimes the Knight of Swords can be a little bit of a hasty energy in communication. They don't want to. They definitely don't mince word, or what's the right phrasing? They, you know, they really boldly speak their mind. Sometimes in ways that can be kind of hurtful. I don't necessarily get the energy from that with this deck. This rook bird here, it looks pretty peaceful, but I do feel like, you know, this person, do they miss you? Yes. I feel like they miss you, and it could be you've said something to them like that makes them feel like they want to chase after you, but, you know, maybe the whole thrill of this connection is because they keep feeling like they can't get you, because you do make them feel lonely a little bit. Let me just clarify this about them wanting to chase, like the whole catch and release thing. What's that about? Okay. Well, there's been a lot of indecision. I feel, you know, maybe you've been more indecisive, not knowing what you want here with the Two of Swords. The Two of Wands is someone who, like, kind of knows what they want, and they're starting to pursue it. I think maybe they kind of like the fact that you don't know what you want. Like, they feel like you don't know if you want them or not, and in a way they are sort of attracted to that, I feel like. Maybe you've even said something to them that indicates to them that you're not sure if you want them or not. Or you've said something to them that makes them think you definitely don't want them, but they think that you've only said this because you have fears. They feel like that you don't really mean it, that you don't want them. They think that you still do, but maybe you're just fearful or something. Yeah, they think that they've got you figured out, and I feel like they are going to, you know, continue to pursue you. That's what I'm feeling like. So let's get into the next part of the question, which is, what's their favorite memory of you? So we have the Knight of Water. This indicates to me like there was probably some sort of romantic memory, and the Six of Cups is coming up for the second time. Like, I think they have like a lot of memories. They've got a lot of memories of you. Let me just get these cards out of the way. And it says, I'm nervous about having sex with you. I'm afraid that you won't be satisfied. So I guess the two of you have probably not done that yet, if this reading is accurate for you. So what's their favorite memory of you? I feel maybe they had an opportunity to do that with you, or they, in the past, they have memories of trying to make that happen with you. And they kind of like the fact, I guess part of their favorite memory, although like with all of these, the two Six of Cups coming up, like I said, they have a lot of fond memories of you. But they see you as a very sensual person. The Queen of Pentacles is extremely sensual and earthy. But they never got to experience that side of you because you're like this High Priestess energy. You're very difficult to catch. And we've had all this, you know, feeling of like they really want to catch you. And they like the fact that there's a little bit of a chase here going on, that you don't make it easy for them. So yeah, their favorite memory is the fact that maybe it was, you know, what I'm getting, like, partly it was very innocent. Like there were a lot of romantic feelings between the two of you, but it was always very innocent. And we also have a blessing on your intuition. So that's interesting because we have the High Priestess here, and she is, you know, she is the all-knowing High Priestess. They're both having have a crystal ball. I feel like you probably know what some of their favorite memories are because they're probably some of your favorite memories too. Like, so I am confused here of the King of Swords. So I'm going to just clarify that. I'm not sure what that means here. Okay, so we had these repeating cards from before. Could be that I didn't shuffle enough, but I do feel like this is meaningful. Yeah, like maybe you've told them that you're interested in someone else instead of them, or you told them that you're just not into them or whatever, and they still don't believe it. So, you know, another of their favorite memories is that, because they feel like you were just hiding your true feelings for them. You know, that the only reason you said what you said is because you were scared of the intensity of your feelings for them. And so, I don't know, it's like they just love the fact that you are so elusive. Like that to them is one of the things they find so thrilling about you. But they do still hope, they definitely want to catch you because, you know, like they hope that you'll have these like more intimate moments, these more intimate times together, where your romantic feelings can be expressed more openly than they have been. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Number 2, I hope you all enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Bye. All right, reading number 3. Let's see what, whether or not they are missing you. We have the Seven of Air and the Two of Cups, the High Priestess. We have a lot of repeating cards in these readings so far. Okay. All right, so to me, I feel like with the Seven of Air with the Two of Cups, yes, this person does miss you, but I feel like they would not admit it. But yeah, like they still, even now, they have these romantic feelings. I mean, we have the Knight of Cups with the Two of Cups. I feel like also with the High Priestess, your intuition about them is very right on. So we have the High Priestess and the Justice cards together. To me, that means your intuition is correct about this person, but they're making it very difficult for you. Like they're making it difficult for you to trust their intuition because they're, you know, like they might be outright deceptive, and or they're just trying to put up an image of not caring about you even more or anymore, even though they really do. But yeah, they miss you. And You know, we also have this card that says, I wish I could take back the things I said. So in addition to missing you, they have regrets. You know, I feel like they want to bring justice to the connection as well, because, you know, there are things that they said or did that they feel were not correct. But right now they're in this 7 of air energy, so I don't feel like they're really in the frame of mind of really coming forward and being honest and open about any of that either. Okay, so what's their favorite memory of you? We get the Page of Water, Knight of Swords, the Fool, the Star, the 3 of Cups. It says, you really hurt me before too, you know. I tried to hide it, but yeah, you hurt me. Okay, so yes, I mean, that just verifies the information that we got before, like that they were hurt by you. But they always try to hide that. So, but this part of the question is about what's their favorite memory of you. I feel like, you know, we have the Knight of Swords rushing over to the Page of Water. Like, I feel like there was a moment, like they just like really rushed in and tried to get to know you or something. We also have the Fool just rushing into the Star. Like they saw you just as this wonderful, like, loving energy. I feel like even when the two of you first met, they had this, you know, you just exuded this loving kind of like childlike innocence, this kind of dreamy quality that they were very attracted to. And their memory might be of the memory of actually meeting you. Maybe there were other people around as well. But you were the one that they were really paying attention to. You know, if you met when there were other people around, they really had only had eyes for you. So I feel like that's their favorite memory, is actually when you met. And then this blessing card is a blessing on your sleep. I also feel like this person really, I feel that they dream about you. If they've ever seen you sleep, you know, like if the two of you have gotten to that kind of place in your connection before, then they also have beautiful memories of watching you sleep. Or like the two of you cuddling together in bed and going to sleep together, that kind of thing. If not, I feel like they have dreams of you, or they think about you a lot at night. Maybe they look up at the stars and they think about you, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye. All right, people who chose reading number 4, let's see here. Does this person miss you? We have the 6 of Earth. To me, this card indicates that feelings between the two of you are equal. So like the level that you're missing them is the same level that they're missing you. We also get the 6 of Swords. So there is a lot of like, you know, balance here in terms of missing each other. I do also feel like with the 6 of Swords, this person does want forward movement. A lot of people see the 6 of Swords about moving on from someone. I don't see it that way, because we have, you know, these people are all on the boat together, you know, like they're moving from troubled waters together towards calmer waters. So I feel like this is someone who wants, you know, things to get better between the two of you. They do want continued contact with you, or they want to renew contact with you, but they want things to be more healed. They want healing here. And then we have the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups is, yeah, I mean, this is someone who's very emotional. They have an emotional connection to you. So definitely I feel like they miss you. And they also think of you as like being the Empress. So this beautiful, lovely, loving person. All of this is just so positive. With the 3 of Pentacles, the two of you, maybe you worked together or something as well. With, you know, 3 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. We also get, I'm a better person because of you. So do they miss you? I feel definitely that they do. They miss you, and I think they also want, you know, to reconnect with you, because they want things to be better than what they have, and they just have so much gratitude for you as well. Like, I feel like they've been able to make changes in their life or build things, build forward in their life because of your impact on them somehow or other. And it seems to me like they want to give back to you. I feel like they want to give back to you because you've been so giving to them. Whether you realize it or not, they feel that you have been so generous in some way or other. So do they miss you? Yes, they miss you. They miss you, and they want to still be a part of your life. So what's their favorite memory of you? Get the page of air. I'm going to move some of these down. It's something different with this deck somehow, but it's okay. With this stack. Okay, it says, I've been a bit superficial. I'm trying to overcome that. So, yeah, so maybe when you all were more actively involved in each other's lives, they were superficial. I feel like they even feel mad at themselves because of that. They definitely, with the Hermit card, have done a lot of inner seeking. I feel like they do want to be more honest now. You know, and they don't want to be caught up in this superficial mindset. They do feel, I feel like they feel bad about it. They still see themselves more clearly, and they do want to be more loving. That's not answering the question. The question is, what is their favorite memory of you, though? I feel like their favorite memory of you actually is like of you calling them out on being superficial. Like maybe you did something that really called them out on something that they said or did that seemed superficial. And I don't know why, but they like that memory of you just not being afraid, you know, to say exactly how you felt, even though what you felt was not very positive towards them. Like, I don't know why, but they like it. It makes them feel romantic feelings towards you because I feel like they want to correct what they did wrong. And it did change them. It did improve them somehow, made them a better person. And a blessing for peace of mind. Yeah, we see this like raven with this jewel or marble in its mouth, you know, bringing it to this woman. Like this person wants to have greater peace of mind by, you know, coming forward and kind of like making up for their superficial behavior towards you. That's what I'm feeling like. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for Do They Miss You and What's Their Favorite Memory? I hope that made sense to you. Let me know, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you around, guys. Bye-bye. All right, this is for people who chose reading number 5. So do they miss you? We have Queen of Air, Queen of Wands. Oh, well, I was starting to doubt it based on all the cards, but then we have this I still love you. So yeah, I mean, if they still love you, then I feel like they do miss you. But oh my gosh, you have so much independent energy. We have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. These are all like very independent women. They're women. They're also, in terms of do they miss you, like there may have been other women around this connection. You know, most of my viewers are female, but I'm just getting a lot of feminine energy, and there might have been multiple people here connected to this, which maybe has caused a lot of pain. Maybe you've even, over the time that you've been apart, maybe you've even seen them be involved with other people or something like that. But with the Nine of Pentacles and like I still love you, it's like they still, through, even if they've been dating other people or even had, you know, I feel like this person also tends to be attracted to very independent type partners. Partners who really are very freedom oriented, who like to do their own thing. They do not like grade A clingers, that's for sure. But I feel like even when they've dated other people, like they've always had you kind of like in the back of your mind. And definitely there's a lot of pain. Like they still love you. And I feel like being separate from you has been very painful, or the two of you had a very painful ending. And I think they've tried to move on from that painful ending many times, like maybe trying to date other people to help them get over it, but they've never gotten over their feelings for you, that's for sure. So what's their favorite memory of you? Awakening, which is the Hanged Man, Empress, Princess of Swords, Queen of Cups, Seven of Wands. I still remember the moment we met. Well, this card just says it all. I have so many wonderful memories of you, and also some that make me sad. Well, with this Ten of Swords, it's not just that they have some that make them sad. They have some that are just like excruciating. But yeah, it's like the moment so their favorite memory of you is the moment they met you. And, I feel like with his Prince of Swords, like this person was like seeing you, but I feel like you were probably focused on something else. Like I think when you met, like they were really noticing you, but you weren't really noticing them as much because other things were going on. But they saw you, like we have the Queen of Cups and the Empress. These are both very nurturing, loving energies, very feminine, emotional, like creative, beautiful. Like these are the two cards in the deck that are commonly referred to as like the woman of my dreams type energy. So, and if you're a male, just like the person of their dreams. But I do feel like they saw you as having a lot of feminine qualities. Like I said, though, whatever your gender is, I feel that they saw you as someone who's just very loving and kind, very gracious. And it's like something about that moment when they met you, it was like an awakening to them. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Let me read from the book here about the Seven of Wands and see what that is all about. This is from the Animal Totem Tarot book, and I just love the guidebook. In case you didn't watch the intro and didn't hear me fangirling about it, I think it's a wonderful book. So this is Skunk's spirit animal. Skunk, what you gotta say? The Seven of Wands asks if you're willing to defend what you have, and are you proud of the life you have created? All long-term relationships will be tested, but those that have solid footing and a united front will still be there when the test has passed. Can you say the same about your current relationship? Some of them may have been in a relationship when they met you, or yeah, and like it was this kind of a rude awakening because they felt so drawn to you. And I feel like they felt like that was definitely, if that's what it was, then they felt that was obviously an obstacle to whatever relationship they were currently in. But that's not going to be the case for everyone. So what else could this indicate? The moment you met, they felt under attack in some way. They had to stand their ground or something. Well, they felt really nervous. Oh, yeah, they felt nervous because they just thought you were like this beautiful goddess who was going to change their life. But, they were like, I feel nervous because this is the world. They saw you as being possibly their world. Like this really is like kind of a love at first sight energy. Whether you believe that or not, there was just something that clicked in this person's mind. Like they were just so intrigued and curious about you and thought you were so lovely, but they felt nervous even from the outset that they wouldn't actually ever be able to attain you. And then we have a blessing to heal a relationship. So yeah, some of these people may have been in a relationship with someone else when they did meet you, but still it's like you knocked them knocked them off their feet, metaphorically. Probably not. You probably didn't really knock them off their feet. That would probably not be a very happy memory. But yeah, and I think that they do, because we're also asking in this reading about, do they miss you? Yeah, they miss you. I feel that if, they would like there to be more healing in this as well. I feel like they still have that energy, because you've always been on the back of their mind, even when they're with other people. They wish that the energy between the two of you was more healed. That's what I feel. So I hope that reading was helpful and made sense. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you around, guys. Bye-bye. All right, people who chose reading number 6, let's ask, do they miss you? We have the Lover's card, the 8 of Wands, the Hermit, the 3 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and we will be together again. So yeah, they miss you. They still want to be with you. They still feel that your, fortune, your destiny has not been fulfilled here. And with the 3 of Swords, like, they feel a lot of pain about whatever happened between the two of you, because, they see you as being their lover. They want to be in a relationship with you. They feel very alone without you. And I also just think the Hermit, is someone who's very thoughtful. So they're thinking about you a lot. They still get these butterfly feelings about you. Yeah, but they do have this strong optimism. It's like, despite all odds, they do feel like the two of you will be together again. So what's their favorite memory of you? 9 of Water. It was something that made them very happy. Let's see here. You do so much for others. I want to do for you. You deserve it. We have a blessing for good men and fathers. So what was their favorite memory of you? Well, I definitely feel like, I don't know that this is their favorite memory, because I don't know why it would be, but they definitely remember the moment that you walked away. They remember that. And they remember having to move away from this situation as well. They remember the moment of judgment, the moment when the happiness between the two of you really ended. And I feel like it was a moment when you really found your inner strength. Maybe you both had to find your inner strength, but they have a memory of when the two of you walked away from each other. I think in terms of their happiest memory, it's something about you doing something for other people. Let me see. For some of you, they also have sexual memories of you with the Devil and the Strength card. I think I have multiple different things coming up here. Let's see. What's their favorite memory of you? If the two of you traveled somewhere together, or maybe they had to protect you or something. They had a memory of having to protect you and being sort of chivalrous or something towards you, of trying to demonstrate that they were a good man or just a good person. They had to demonstrate their care and concern for you. There was something there may have been another person who was interested in you sexually or something, and they felt like that person was not good for you, and they felt like they had to kind of protect you from this person. They might have a memory like that as well, something like that. of like, you know, trying to be the good guy in a situation where someone was trying to, I don't know, trying to be a dog with you, so to speak. You know what I mean? There's something about money, too. I definitely feel like they have a memory of being concerned that someone else was trying to woo you away from them. And maybe they have a moment of feeling like they kind of gained the upper hand in that situation, or they just, you know, were very chivalrous towards you. And like, also some of them, I feel like they remember being in a car or traveling somewhere with you. And that's a nice memory that they have. There might have been something about money, or like some sort of conversation about money, or they felt like you needed money. The Nine of Cups coming up for a second time. They thought you needed something or wanted something materially, and maybe they tried to give that to you, and that made them happy. That made them feel like maybe they had kind of done what they were supposed to do to win you over or something. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm getting. I hope that that is making sense to you guys. So if you liked that, give it a like and subscribe so you can see my future readings. I hope that you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.